Alright guys, if you didn't miss my last video, you are here. The reason you are here is because I promised you a combo tutorial, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So, without further ado, we're gonna jump right into it. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, guys. Thank you so much for showing support, and of course watching my live stream where we always cooking the Tellarknight strategy as the best optimal way to play the deck. So like I promised, this is a tutorial on how to put up the best combo that you can visualize. And yes, Yassine, I know you're watching this video because your favorite card is going to get played, okay? This is a one card Tellarknight combo. Alright, here we go. We're going to start with none other than Ice Ryziel, guys. This is the one Tellarknight card that we need to get the whole combo going, alright? I'm going to show you how to do it. You're going to start off by normal summoning Ice Ryziel. What he does on summon is he's going to special summon X from your deck, and from there X going to get you a Sword Ryziel, guys. At this point, you're gonna go into your extra deck, and this is what throws a lot of people off, and you're gonna go ahead and bring out your copy of Tellarknight Caduceus instead of your regular Ryziel plays. So at this point, your opponent in their mindset, they're like, oh, I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna hold off because I know he has Sword in hand still. So once you go here, you're gonna detach to activate his effect. You're gonna banish for cost. You're gonna banish a copy of your Lirin to get copy of Constellar Tellarknights in your hand. At this point, you're gonna go ahead and jump right into your armored engine, which consists of having Fortress, and Fortress effect activates by detaching two materials to bring your two copies of the armored spell and trap. The cards that you don't want to see in your hand, but definitely want to see it in your deck. So you're gonna add the spell and the trap, and this will come into play later. These cards are amazing, guys. From this point, you're going to go ahead and activate Constellar Tellarknights. You're going to special summon Caduceus. Okay, you are officially, I believe, in the nib territory once you bring out your copy of your M7. And that's completely okay, because even if we do get nibbed, we can still go ahead and bring out Sword Ryziel and build a Ryziel board. So we don't lose to nib anyway. So this is what I was talking about, guys. You either play through nib or you play to prevent nib. This version, it plays straight through nib, okay? So don't worry about it. So you're going to go M7 on top, and then what you're going to do is you're going to go Constellar Tellarknights, modulate this into your copy of Deltaros. And Deltaros is the MVP of this deck because he gets to pop himself to bring out all your Tellarknights that you need in order to execute this combo. And this is where Yassine starts to get impressed. If you guys watching this video, send it to him. I know he knows that I'm making this deck because he's obsessed with Paradise Smasher. So you're going to go ahead and activate his effect to bring out your copy of Unukalai, if I can find it. Yes, Unukalai. Unukalai will activate its effect. You're going to dump a copy of Alterin into the graveyard. And then from here, funny things happen, right? You're going to go your Armored XC, you're going to target your Fortress and Deltaros to bring it back. Then you're gonna go ahead and use the top, very top zone. Not necessarily, you don't need to, but I like to. And then you're gonna special summon Lancer in defense mode, okay? Bring out all your monsters in defense mode. You never know what you're playing against. You don't care about their defenses anyway. Deltaros will fall off, thus triggering his effect yet again. And that brings you a copy of Capella. Capella is the monster that lets you go into Paradise Smasher, guys. Capella Chainlink 1, Alterin Chainlink 2 to special itself, and just like that, you have yourself a copy of Paradise Smasher without even committing fully to a board. Once Paradise Smasher is out, make sure to activate Lancer's effect to get Armored XC back to your hand. And then from here, you're going to activate his effect. Make sure to detach Alterin and Unukalai. Unukalai not as important, but Alterin is very important to detach, okay? At this point, your opponent cannot attack or activate monster effects until the end of their turn. Some say this is enough. I don't think so, because you do need follow-up, something that Tellarknights lack. So what you're going to do at this point, you're going to start playing your Ryziel. You're going to special summon Sword, and this is why I started off by special summoning X instead of specialing Sword off of Ice Ryziel, because once you bring out X again, which is what I'm about to do, you can't activate his effect to search. Versus Sword, you can, at this point, you can still search. Just keep that in mind. It's very difficult deck to pilot, but once you pilot it to perfection, it works. So this is where the magic happens, right? You have these two cards in hand. I'm going to take it off screen. You're going to activate X effect now to special summon himself by sending a copy of Eclipse Twin. Eclipse Twin once it hits the grave, we have the valid targets. We have a Deltaros and a Caduceus. So you're going to bring back Deltaros with Caduceus equipped, thus making Deltaros live. He can pop cards on the field. Just something to keep in mind. But we're not going to use any of that, okay? We're going to go 2 material into your Duo Drive. So your Duo Drive on summon, he'll bring back a copy of Ice from grave. It doesn't matter which one you add. It's either Ice or X. It's all your preference. Duo Drive's effect, and this is where the struggle comes, and it's a good struggle to have, right? You don't need to set up the field spell here to recycle your monsters because they can't activate monster effects anyway, so you don't have to worry about that. You can do that next turn. You're gonna go ahead, if you want to maintain attack boost, you can activate Duo Drive's effect to detach from Capella and Fortress instead. And Lancer instead. That way you maintain the attack boost on all of your monsters. It helps in occasions getting over big boys. And then you add 2 copies, which what I like to add is usually Star Ryzeal and a copy of Node. So Star and Node come to your hand, guys. You're gonna go ahead and activate Star Ryzeal's effect to special summon itself by detaching from Deltaros. And then you're gonna go ahead and place a copy of Plugin. Okay, so now Plugin is set. Then you're gonna go ahead and special summon Node, and then activate Node's effect, sending Deltaros to bring a copy of another Ryzeal from your grave, which will be X in this case. Deltaros still is live because we have a copy of Altarian, but that's not important right now. We're gonna make a 3 material detonator here, just to secure that win in case there was ever a doubt. And then Detonate on summon brings back Eclipse Twin. Yeah, there we go. So now this is your board, okay? And then you're gonna activate, before you end it actually, you're gonna activate Armor XC. You're gonna take M7 and equip it to Lancer. And this matters, okay? Because now, not only does this board prevent your opponent from playing, in case they decide to get cheeky with you and set 4 cards face down, this is what you can do, guys. During the end phase, and this is very important, you go ahead and you activate Plugin. Plugin reads, target 1 XC monster or a Ryzeal monster in the graveyard that is banished or so basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring back Deltaros. You're gonna take an XC, you're gonna take a Ryzeal monster, you can attach to any of these guys. I'm gonna bring back a sword and I'm gonna attach it to detonator, making it a 5 material detonator, guys. On top of that, once that resolves, Altarian triggers. I prefer you do this during the end phase so they don't respawn. Altarian triggers, she comes out. She pops monsters, she pops cards on the field based on the number of light and dark XYZs you control. And right now you control 1, 2, 3, 4 because of M7's effect. So now you have 4 pops. That's like complete wipeout of their board if they try to set. And then on top of that, if you want, you can have this set instead of having it in your hand and bring back Altair instead. Because when this comes out, this will pop this and bring back Altair, and you can quick XC summon during your opponent's turn if you need to in case of emergency. But yeah, so this is the quote-unquote God Unbreakable board. Whenever I set up this board, you are not winning. There's no way you can win this, okay? Now, I want to show you another, and this combo, like this 1 card, only works off of the normal summon of Ice. Everything else is a 2-card combo, and I'll do like a random combo as well to show you guys. But let me show you another version of this in case Ice gets interrupted. It's basically going to be the same thing, except if you open with Ice plus a Sakitama, it doesn't matter if this gets ashed or if this gets impermed. You just normal summon Sakitama and then you continue your combo the same way that it is. Okay, but now let me show you guys a random hand, okay? Let me show you a random hand so you can get a feel of what the deck does. At best, you're making that board that no one can break. At worst, you are making a Ryzeal board, which is still really formidable in this format. So I'm gonna do a quick power shuffle here because I really want to get a mixed hand, and I don't mind having actually an armored card in hand, which is what I've been asked a lot. Can you still resolve when you have an armored card in hand? And I would love to show you that as well. Actually, let's see if it doesn't happen now. I'll show you what happens if you have an armored card in hand. So you go 7th Accession, you go Ash Blossom, Pot of Prosperity, Salesman, and Tachyon. So in here, right off the bat, I would call Salesman on Droll. Right? You don't want to get drolled. You go 7th Accession. You add, right? You add your combo piece, and then I mean from here you guys already get it, right? You add your combo of, you basically reveal, and then you add ice, and then you combo off from there. So ice will get you your summons, and then you're doing the same thing all over again. Now I want to show you what happens. Let's say this is your hand and you have an armored card in hand. Now if you know if you have an armored... no! We're gonna edit that out. God damn it. This slip up is brought to you by Player's Choice. The most slippery sleeves in the game. They feel great if you can hold on to them. Jesus Christ. Alright. So let's say you're unfortunate like me and you end up with the armored card in hand, and there's no way for you to... First of all, if you have an armored card in hand and you have a 7-tack end, you shuffle that sucker back. You don't want that drama. But if you don't... Oh, which reminds me, I gotta put something back. And you're stuck here. Now you gotta pivot, right? Because the regular combo will not work. Because you need to detach 2 materials from Fortress in order for you to bring out your full combo into Armored. Okay, so you're gonna do the same thing, right? You're gonna add here. This will get you your copy of Sword. Where are you? Okay, and then from here, you're gonna go 2 material. You're still gonna maintain this same line, right? You're gonna activate effect because this is still important. You're gonna detach. You're gonna banish. You're gonna banish to add, basically you're adding this by banishing Lyran. Okay, so how do we recover from here? Because in here you can't go armored. If you go armored, you have this in hand, you will not be able to detach 2 and keep playing. So what do you do here? You eat this, you activate this, you rank them up here, and then rank them up again into Deltaros. Deltaros pop itself. You're gonna have to special summon Altair, which is why he's here, right? So now that Altair is out, he's gonna bring back Deltaros. Now you can go into your Fortress because there's only 1 material attached to it. You're gonna go Fortress, you're gonna detach, add the copy of the other one, of the trap, to your hand. And from here, you're gonna go your regular line. You're gonna go Armored, Equip, right? And then you go into Lancer. So Lancer is gonna make this fall out. You're gonna get a copy of Unukalai out, which is still not enough, right? Because now you're still short. So Unukalai will dump your copy of Alteran. Now what do you do, right? So you're gonna go ahead and activate his effect. You're gonna get the copy of the Armored XYZ back to your hand. You're gonna activate Armor XYZ, equipping Deltaros to Unukalai. You're gonna go 2 materials here. Alright, this is our pivot. You're gonna go into Dugaris. Alright, Dugaris will make this fall off, thus special summoning your copy of Capella. Capella Chainlink 1, Alteran Chainlink 2. When you do this line, make sure you put your monsters in attack mode because you're skipping your main phase 1. So if your monsters are in defense mode and when the turn comes back to you again, you won't be able to switch into attack mode. So make sure when you bring out Dugaris and use his effect, detach to special summon the monster. So because you detach and then you special. So you can bring back the Altair. You detach 2, I believe. Because you detach and then you activate. And then you bring back Altair. So now you have your Paradise Smasher line again. okay? But this gets a little more tricky, which is why you gotta be really sharp here. You're gonna have to do some crafting in order like to make detonator. Let's see, actually I'm trying to remember this line. So Paradise Smasher is out, and that's what's important, okay? So that's how you play around that whole issue of having the armored card in hand. If you drew 2 armored cards, I'm sorry, I don't know if there's a way that, maybe there is, but we're not gonna sit here and explore that. That's gonna be for a live stream later on. So now you're gonna go your regular route. You're gonna go sword at X again. X will special by sending Eclipse. Eclipse is gonna bring back Deltaros with an equip. So in here, we need to make room for a detonator. We're not gonna have room. We can use Deltaros' effect to detach and pop your Dugaris because we don't need it. Oh, I gotta remember to keep this boy in attack mode. Then you're gonna go to material here. You're gonna go into your copy of Duo Drive. Duo Drive is gonna equip. Okay, and then you're gonna activate the effect of detaching 1, detaching 2, and bring out the 2 other cards. So in here you could bring out Star, which is something I highly recommend to always go for Star. Or you can go for, instead of Node, you can go for another copy of Ice. Right? Because this will special summon by detaching. Ice can special summon itself by you sending the full armored even to the grave. That way Lancer is live to snatch steal any monster they play. And then plugin will get set by Star Ryzeal, and then you're back on the same board, which is the detonator, which by the way prevents all your XE monsters by being destroyed by card effects at least once per turn. Okay, detonator equipped. Okay, so here's your other inboard with the armored card in hand. So this is something I figured out live, and then you have the plugin, of course, and we're back to the same thing. You know what? Now that I think about it, when you use plugin, because you want this guy, detonator's here, right? Dual Drive is here. When you summon out Ice, don't send the armored card. Keep the armored card in hand. Send the Paradise Smasher, because you want to have an empty space for it to bring out Altair and pop cards. Okay, so that's something to remember. But yeah, guys, so that's a quick combo tutorial for you guys that were wondering on how to play this deck and how to play around the locks. Another thing that I advise, if you are somehow facing against here, let me do a bonus for you guys, okay? If you are facing against someone that plays Fuwalos, which a lot of them do, and you normal summon and they activate Fuwalos on resolution, go ahead and resolve your give them that draw by summoning go for sword this time. Okay, so sword, if they shotgun it, go for sword. If not, then you continue with your regular line. But let's go ahead and bring out the X. X will add sword, right? So this is how you pivot, because now you, every time you special from hand or deck, from deck or extra deck, they draw. So you're gonna special summon sword, you're not triggering anything, and you're still on your under Nibiru. There's something else to keep in mind. Sword will add you a copy of, oh wait, I misplayed that, sorry guys. If you normal summon this and then they activate effect and they change Fuwalos, you don't bring out X, you're gonna bring out I'm like, reverse that. Yeah, bring out a copy of Star Ryzeal. Star Ryzeal now will search you for your field spell, right? If you have, let's see, if you have an extender in hand. If not, you're just going Baguska Pass. But if you somehow have another extender in hand, you're gonna go for 2 here. You're gonna make your detonator. I feel like I did this the wrong way. No, this is the line. Basically what I'm saying is somehow, some way, your line is gonna look like this, okay? I gotta do this the right way for you guys. Hold on. Because I know this happened to me. I feel like I had this combo in hand, So normal, summon, they go Fuwalos, you place. You're gonna special by sending, yeah, there we go. You're gonna special by sending Aggregator. And then the effect, this will block, chain block, so you can add sword to hand. Okay, this way, you're gonna special sword, you're gonna activate its effect to get ice back to hand, or actually you should get X'd, just for like that interruption. X'd in hand, right? Here, you're gonna go to material, you're gonna make your detonator, right? So now detonator will add this, and now you're nib proof because of cross. And then in here, as crazy as it seems, you're gonna make Baguska, right? I mean, so you're gonna give them that plus. Basically, you're giving them +1 draw off of this. That's all you're giving them. Now these are in defense mode. So now you have that negate of a monster effect if it activates in hand to avoid Baguska. But everything else, they gotta get rid of Baguska first in order for them then to deal with the detonator. So that's one way. That's one way you can play around the Fuwalos. Another way is just to top deck Feather Storm and then just pray for the best. Hopefully they don't have anything off of that and make Castel. But yeah, guys, that's a quick combo tutorial. Sorry guys for like a little hesitation there. I was trying to figure out the lines live as it happens. But yeah, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. The next deck profile will be the Tachyon deck profile, and then I'm gonna start taking that deck to locals. So really excited what's to come. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. So Tellarknight is out.